Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I don't know if you guys remember Dwaine Payne. It was around crop over last year when there was a police, I don't know, altercation. He says that the police came up to him and said, "Oh, you look like someone we're looking for." And he said, nah, he doesn't get into any sort of trouble. And even with him saying that, one of the police pull out a baton and started hitting him with it. And then when the other police slapped the baton out of the officer's hand and said, "Well, what are you doing? What are you doing?" The officer turned and slapped him in his face like nothing, like he was a little boy. And he was with his girlfriend, so you know how you feel as a guy and having someone like treat you like that in front of your girl. So he said that he just could not sleep it off. He could not sleep it off, and he went to complain, and they told him to get the hell out of the police station. They didn't even want to hear him. And then he went to an attorney, and then the attorney sent him to the police complaints or wherever they sent him. But then they had to like walk him through a process of how to, you know, do what he needed to do to make a complaint. And he got that done, and yet he has not heard back from the police. And when he goes in to ask, like, what's the update, you know, what's going on with my case, they tell him the sergeant is not there. The station sergeant ain't here. That's what he's hearing. They don't want to deal with him. They just don't want to deal with him. And when he was telling his story to Maria Bradshaw, he was crying. He was in tears. He held his head, and he was very emotional about it all, because he says, you know, that it has never happened to him before where someone just like slapped him around like a little boy, and, you know, for no reason, absolutely no reason. And he's not getting any satisfaction. He doesn't know where to go. It's just hard on him. It's weighing on him. And, you know, he says that he just wants justice. The thing has him very disturbed. He feels very disturbed by it, and he feels bad because he feels there's nothing he can do. His hands are tied, and he wants justice, but his hands are tied. He is up against a gang of the police service, the Barbados Police Service. They are a gang, and he knows it's going to be an uphill battle to get anything done. And he says that the guy who did what happened to him, he was wearing like a helmet or whatever. He didn't see the guys. He cannot even point that guy out in a lineup. Okay, he would not be able to point him out in a lineup. He didn't see his face. He doesn't know who he is. So it's an uphill battle because the police not talking. They're not going to talk. They're not talking. And, you know, the only consolation was that the other policemen who were around asked the policeman, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why did you do that?" So that's the only thing that, you know, was a consolation prize in this whole thing. He does have witnesses, because he said the next day he got the video with him being slapped around. He actually, you know, have a hard time watching it, but he got the video and he took it to the police as evidence, but he hasn't gotten anywhere. Okay, so his hands are tied. He showed up in your paper today. I don't know if you witnessed it. There are a lot of people that walked by, and, you know, a lot of people were taken aback because you could see them jump back or jerk back and look back to see what was going on. So yeah, there were witnesses, but as far as getting the police to deal with it, and as far as getting the station sergeant to call him back, which he said he will, but as you know, for that to happen, you just don't know, because as you know, Giddens, you know Everton Giddens, right? He got back into the police force after he killed a man and shot the man's son. He got back into the police force after he shot an unarmed man and shot the man's unarmed son. He got right back into the police force after he did what he had to do. And, you know, he was here and there and everywhere, but he made it back into the gang. the gang. He made it back into that particular organization. So yeah, I don't know what will become of Dwaine Payne, but yeah, he's going to have an uphill battle. He is going to have an uphill battle. Let's say he were to win money. Let's say that he were to be lucky to win some money because he has two loose. One tooth was missing from the slap, is missing, and another one is loose. Let's say he were to win some money, and he said he still has pain in his chest where the guy hit him in his chest with the baton. Let's say he were to win some money. The guy, nothing's going to happen to the guy. Nothing's going to happen to the policeman. Okay, they kill and still get back on the force. They grape and still get back on the force. Nothing is going to happen to the policeman who did what he did to him. Nothing is going to happen. Sorry to say this, Dwaine, but nothing's going to happen. It's what you guys have allowed, what you guys have created there. Okay, it's what you guys created. So yeah, this is on Dwaine Payne and his quest for justice against the Barbados police system. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.